Hello, everyone, and welcome to InsPOWration, a TV show that focuses on inspirational stories and inspirational people. My name is Devin Nakasone. I am your host for today, and we want to thank Olelo Channel 55 and, of course, the nonprofit 501c3 Prayers on Wings. As we promised, we always bring our guests with their stories, and we concentrate on so much with heart behind what we do. And this one is very special to me. I have a woman here that was featured in the Good Neighbor column, and it's such a great column. I was in there myself, and it opened so many doors for me, more so for my mission, and this one too. I would like to introduce Alyson Rod. And again, she was in, you can find her in probably now the archives of the Good Neighbor column. And she's here today to tell her story, in case you don't know. So she's here to tell her story of why she's here. Thank you so much for joining us, Alyson.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I guess let's start this off. For those that haven't read the column, it started when you were 11, right? Your journey. So what happened at 11?
So in 2001, when I was 11, I was really active, but one day, I started to have a pain in my knee, and so we went to the doctor. The doctor said to put ice on it; it'll go away. When the pain didn't go away, we went to another doctor, and then he basically had me do an X-ray where we found osteosarcoma. It's a bone tumor. And so from that point on, we went directly to chemotherapy. I think it was around Christmas time of 2001. I did chemo for about 4 months, and then I had a surgery to remove 4.5 inches of my bone in my leg, and they replaced it with the cadaver bone. And then after that, I did chemotherapy again to kind of finish it off for about 9 months total.
Okay, so this is at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So
6th grade.
wow. So for those of you that know my story, mine was my cancer fight was at 11, and cancer, was leukemia, and yeah. So that must have been rough. 6th grade. That was also my year too. How did that change your life at 6th grade for you? Because I'm a guy, you're a woman, so. I guess everybody wants to know if how the similarities are the same. So,
I mean, I remember specifically that day being in the doctor's office and then hearing for the first time the word cancer, and just everything being shut out completely. I mean, you don't really hear that word that often then, and so I kind of just thought, cancer, that doesn't happen to kids. That doesn't, happen to me. It happens to older people. And to not anyone, it doesn't happen to anyone you're close to. And so it's more so just shocking.
mm-hmm.
And then being young, you don't really know a lot about that kind of thing. And so me and all my friends kind of thought, oh no, am I gonna live? Things like that. And so it was just a lot of, I think, just not knowing. That was the hardest thing, because we weren't as educated now, I think, as cancer and things like that.
Okay, so again, same here for mine was 1984. Wow, that's a long time away. Yeah. So mine was 1984, and as Alyson said, cancer is not a word you hear, and this is in 2001, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 1984 was never said, and leukemia could not even be spelled, and. So she's here at 11. She was there at 11 with something that was causing pain in her knee, and you found out the worst case scenario that you went through. And so here we are in 2015. So you were featured in the Good Neighbor column for what you're going through today, right? So if you can explain to our viewers, or actually to me, what is it that you're going through today?
So this past summer, basically I was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer. And so hearing that C word again kind of just triggered everything. But I was more confused because I thought, wait a minute, I'm cured of the cancer I had in 2001. And so there were a lot of questions I had. But basically, it's just a completely different cancer. I thought At first I thought, am I relapsing from the first one? But it's just a completely different type. So it's not a reoccurrence of the cancer I had in 2001, but just another one. And then they diagnosed that from actually having a surgery to remove my stomach. We didn't, at the time, we didn't know what was going on. We just knew that I couldn't eat. I was getting bloated and I was losing weight really fast. And so something had to be done to help me eat. And so the doctor said, well, whatever it is that's causing it, we're just going to remove that part of your stomach.
Right.
And so waking up from surgery, it turned out where they had to remove the whole thing, and that because my whole stomach was just full of cancer through, like, I guess they classify it depending on the layers that the tumor reaches in your
Right.
stomach tissue.
Okay, so you went in there for what was supposed to be a simple surgery, and of course you were under, and you were expecting, I believe, just a portion of your stomach to be
I think it was
removed.
supposed to be about a third.
About a third, and I I got to see your video on YouTube, and from what I saw on YouTube was you woke up, you were in great spirits, you didn't know what happened yet, and your boyfriend was in the waiting room and was talking to the doctors, and he found out first. So he came in, is that right? He came in and told you that something totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, for a third of your stomach to remove what you thought was a blockage, you basically had your whole stomach removed because it was infected with, the whole lining was infected with cancer. Wow. Okay. So today, right now, I read that you're doing chemo, and you were going to the mainland for other
Oh yeah.
treatment?
So, I mean, well, I've completed 12 rounds of chemotherapy. So we were doing scans along the way to kind of see how it's going, because when the doctor went in to remove my stomach, he had also seen a few other spots around in there. One in particular has been showing up on the tests that we've been doing. So we've just been watching it to see, like, how is it reacting to the chemotherapy? Is it shrinking? Is it not responding? Is it growing? And to kind of see how effective the chemotherapy is.
Okay.
And so it's sort of been confusing. In one test, it shows that it's the same, but in another test, it shows that it's lessened. And so, but lessened very little. And then throughout this whole time, 12 rounds has been like about 6 months, I'd say. I haven't been working. And so right now, where I'm at right now is kind of just trying to find a treatment that is maybe just as effective or more, but that will allow me to go back to work and just do the normal things that I do, because I think the hardest part is not having your normal life throughout all of this and not having things to do every day. So I'll be going to the mainland in a couple of weeks we're going to visit a couple of cancer centers to hopefully find something.
Okay, very cool. Well, we support you in that journey, and of course we pray for you. And like I said, your story inspires so many out there, and your column just came out. The Good Neighbor column just came out this week, and you've answered a question that I've had for a long time, since 11. So you and I, both 11, both fought our cancer fights. On a deeper note, my personal story, and I've never shared this on camera. I don't really talk about it too much, but more so with my mom, or the handful of people that are really, really close with me. If I ever had cancer again, what would I do? Because I'm sure you felt the same after 11 years old. Life that went on after was what if? Oh my God, what if I survived? And it was a big what if for me. And me and my mom used to fight over the years, because I couldn't answer her that if I ever had cancer again, would I fight it? And I told her a few times, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do anything. I can't go through it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I matured, I said, you know, Mom, I don't know. I don't know because, you know, life has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I went through everything, saying, well, you know, Ma, if there's things here for me to do, then I'll fight. If not, then you know what? If I get it again, then you know what? It's I wasn't meant to be, and I'm gonna go. And this is in a negative way, you know. So don't quote me on this, guys. You know, it's all my negative thoughts as growing up after cancer, and it was very traumatic. And your fight today inspires me to say that if I did have to go through it again, would I fight? And the answer is yes. I look at you today. I look at everything that we do with Prayers on Wings, myself as a person, as a son, as a best friend out there, as an uncle or whatever it may be. Would I do it? Yeah, I would, because the circle of inspiration serves its purpose, and that's what you're here today mainly for, is to tell your story and your purpose. And your purpose today is, with your story, to inspire others for what?
To inspire others for awareness.
Awareness.
Yeah.
Because, like she said before, guys, that cancer, you wouldn't think it, you wouldn't wish it, that it could happen to you. You don't think at such a young age that it could happen to you, especially at 11. As the world changes, as it gets healthier, the air gets worse, things happen. And it, you know, it's always unexpected. You never wish that. And little signs, your body tells you something's wrong. And I guess your mission is to basically, if something's wrong, go check. Don't take life for granted, right? One of my mottos that I live by is to live life like I died and got to come back again. What would I do? And that wouldn't be bungee jumping. That wouldn't be cliff diving or whatever, you know. But when we live life like it's our last day, we think, we kind of think that way. But if I live life like I died and got to come back again, it serves a more inspiring purpose, I guess. And I really see that in your mission. What would you do? Because you got to come back. You got a chance. You know, one of the things I think for me, the hardest things that I had in my 4.5 years of chemo was being treated with a bunch of children that had the same thing as me. We all had the same chance, and they didn't make it. So I was watching them drop, and I was waiting. I thought, when was it my turn? You know, and I was one of the blessed ones that lived through. And it took me another 20-something years to figure out my purpose in life, you know, and that was the best gift of all that I could get in life, was to find out my purpose. And I found that out at 41 today. So, but we look close in age, right? Yeah, she's lying, guys. So, but it's also very touching for me because your day job was you're a teacher. You're
A high school teacher.
Can you tell us where that high school is?
So I teach Spanish at Moanalua High School.
Moanalua High School, guys. So that's my alumni. So she's giving back to where I went through all my some of my best times in life. So how is Moanalua still? We got a great football team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it wasn't good when I was in school.
Oh,
it was
really?
like last place, I think. So Moanalua is like kicking now, and you're a teacher there, and the kids and the families, they've been very supportive. And I saw, like I said, I saw that video, and the children you work with, I should say the young adults you work with, and how they back you up, and the support group you've got. So being that you're not teaching now, they're still there supporting you through all of this. Yeah. And so I know you just started with this new mission of yours to come to do awareness. Have you thought about a bigger plan? I know there's a lot going on in your head that you got to get through your treatments and stuff like that, but you're going to the mainland and you have a huge story. Have you thought in a bigger ways of how you're going to head this mission of yours?
I haven't thought too much about it. I mean, like I said, it is a new kind of mission. I mean, like from the first time I had cancer, being that young, I was just going through the motions, doing what I had to do. Then when I was cured of it, I just wanted to, live my life. I was young, going to college. I wanted to graduate. And then being hit with this diagnosis, initially my attitude was, okay, I'm going to get through this as quick as possible again, and then go back to my life. I just got a job. I just graduated from college. I just moved back home, so I want to do all these things. So let me get this out of the way. But I think recently, like, it's been pressing on my heart to do something more with it. And like, not many people have had this kind of experience at such a young age. And so I think that using that to my advantage could help a lot with like spreading awareness, being more proactive. Because like you said, the symptoms were so, like, I just would never expect being full fast to turn out into stomach cancer. And so I think that this mission kind of came up, I want to say just a couple of months ago, like really new. So I haven't thought about in the long run, but I guess that's why I was willing to do the interview, the video you saw on YouTube. I think that through media, that's a really nice way to get your word out there, and seeing videos spread on Facebook and just on the internet. I think getting my story out, I think, is as far as I've thought the plan out.
Okay, and of course that's always the plan is word of mouth, awareness, social media, and working with other nonprofits, I guess, is to have you actually speak with experience. I mean, there's a lot of doctors out there that treat, and what we've gone through with ours is we go in and speak because the doctors that treat these diseases themselves have never gone through it.
Mm-hmm.
So another patient, like I said, inspiring others through crisis,
Yeah.
is a lot of patients don't want to talk to a psychiatrist, don't want to talk to a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And they just want to see someone that has been through it, that's going through it, and that knows that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Because sometimes we just keep hitting that rock wall, and it hurts. You can't get through it, and it hurts. And we didn't talk about this earlier, but if there's any way that Prayers and Wings can help you, we would love to help you. We work with almost every organization in Kapiolani. Through our book that we talked about before, we're spreading our mission even more.
Mm-hmm.
So being that you work with my alumni, if you wanted to do anything, we would be happy to help you as a nonprofit.
Thank you.
And of course, this opens up the doors. I'm going to put the pressure on the Hawaii JCs because that's the plan, guys. So Hawaii JCs, I know you guys are watching this, and I guess I put the pressure a little bit on you, is depending on your time and what you can and cannot do. I'm sure the Hawaii JCs are watching this, and they'd be happy to support you too. We always look for a grassroots mission, and they turn it into something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
For example, their Adopt a School Day just went national. It was a Hawaii born and raised plan, and now it's going national. So that's pretty cool. The JCs are really great at hardworking and stuff like that, and they don't mind the work, and they would probably love to work with you. And of course, there's many different chapters that would love to support you. And it's just to get your word out, and most importantly, inspire the ones that are going through it, because whether we know it or not, one of our missions as Prayers and Wings was to create awareness, because there's so many times in life that you find out that so-and-so 2 doors down from you was fighting cancer for 5 years and you never knew. And the one thing that it is priceless, and to me there's not enough of, is support and love. And just to know that Miss So-and-so had this, and I wish I knew, I would have gone over and gave her a hug, and so-and-so, like that. There's not enough about that. And it's really about community awareness. And thanks to Olelo for helping us do this. And of course, like social media friends and family. You know, it was funny is when I posted your picture on Facebook. Get me in touch with this girl. Who's this girl? I gotta find her. We're getting blasted by emails in the inbox. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, I know her mom. And
Oh, wow.
and yeah, it's funny how small the island is. And your mom, I seen her on the video. She doesn't look familiar to me, but we know the same people. So does she go to like e-gays and the dances and stuff like that?
I mean, we have eaten there a lot, and
Yeah.
she's friends with some of the people there. Yeah.
And the entertainers too, and they go see they used to go see bands and stuff like that. Maybe no, not so much.
Not so much the bands.
Okay, so her classmates, I guess, are friends of ours that come and see us play music.
Oh,
So
wow.
we're all connected. So her classmates are all on our Facebook, and they were sending us emails.
Oh,
I know
wow.
her. I know her mom. I know her mom. So sorry to mom if you got hit with a lot of calls or a lot of emails, because that's our fault. We'll take the blame for that. But of course, you know how inspirational your daughter is, and we just had to have her on the show because this is what the show is all about: inspiring others through crisis, and having them tell their stories and having that do so. And I guess, so would you be willing to go to hospitals and whatnot, and
Yeah.
talk to the
I
talk to the
mean-
friends and families out there?
That's kind of always something I've been interested in. I'm actually part of a group called SCARS at Kapiolani,
Okay.
and it's a group of young adults that are cancer survivors from when they were younger. And so there are so many other kids in high school all the way through their mid-20s that have gone through very similar things as me. And we're trying to do something like that also. And when I was younger, I also spoke for Hawaii Children's Cancer Foundation at like a couple of events too.
Okay, that was it. Diane Ono. With Diane
Yeah,
Ono. Okay. Okay.
And so definitely, yeah.
Okay. You know, thank you. I didn't know that there was a program called Scars, and that's my home,
It's
Kapiolani.
great.
I'm there like every I don't know, every other month, and we work with March of Dimes and go on and on, and like I said, but we never knew about Scars. Charlene, did you get that Scars? So like she said, is other cancer survivors that are connected and they go with that mission. In fact, Prayers and Wings will donate a book. I will donate a book to Scars through you. Okay, so we'll donate Lucky Ducky through Alyson. Prayers and Wings will sponsor it, and you can present that book. Okay, is that cool?
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
you can present that book because that's what it's all about. So you get a hardcover book, and you can do what you want with it when you work with the kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we will be in contact with Scars very soon, right, Charlene? Yeah? Okay, so she's in the tech room right now. So this is amazing to me. I didn't know it was going to be this inspiring, this show. So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what's ahead. Of course, we will be in contact with you. Hopefully, we're not pestering you, right? Okay, so we'll be in contact with you because your story serves so much inspiration. And this is the first time that we're meeting. I've never met Alyson except for once on the phone. Then it was kind of shaky, yeah, because like we said, her mission is new, and I cannot wait to see where her mission goes through, especially with her journey, with her fight. You know, I really loved what your boyfriend said in the video, which is, I will fight every day for her and even harder for her. And he must be a very big backbone for you. And I wish he was here. I would have loved to meet him, and I'm sure we will later on. But maybe even mom too and stuff like that. If you would love to come back on the show anytime, where our doors are open, all you gotta do is call us. And of course, I know our viewers are gonna wanna know what's going on with you and follow your story, and your journey is what's gonna inspire the world. You know, so that's good. You know, like we said before, you know, experience through open mind, open heart. When you find out your purpose in life, all your experience serves someone else. And Alyson has learned that 2 months ago, and we're here to support you along with a bunch of organizations through that good neighbor column. Expect a lot of knocks on your door. It has opened up a lot for us, for myself, and life has been a roller coaster since 3 years ago. It was just such a simple mission to give a duck everywhere. Like I said, I didn't know where I wanted to go, and it has turned into something kind of monster to where my day job gets affected, my music gets affected, everything gets
All
affected.
good things.
Yeah, all these things. You know, I never told you, but I work for the state Monday through Friday, every day from 7:45 to 4:30. I have this nonprofit. We work with different various organizations. I'm in 2 different music bands, so I sing on the
Wow.
weekends, and there's the rehearsals and the conventions and all of that, and now there's this TV show that we do, and we got series now, so it's an ongoing thing.
Oh,
So
wow.
the pressure's on to keep finding inspirational guests like you, and then there's a book, you know, so that's coming out too, with everybody investing all the time in the book. When I committed to Prayers on Wings, it was a day that I said, okay, there's no turning back. Once Charlene said, okay, we're going for the nonprofit status. We want to be a legitimate 501c3. And you ready? I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Like I said, this mission has been with me since like 16, 17 years old. I wanted to do something, never knew what I wanted to do. And then at 38, said, okay, it's time. And there's no looking back. Everything's ahead. And my back serves me as to inspire me, pushes me forward. And again, we're here for you. So feel free to call us anytime. And again, the book, okay, for SCARS, for those of you that want to support Alyson and SCARS, the rest of the team, or any organization in Kapiolani Hospital. And you can look her up on YouTube. You can message her on Facebook. She's all over. She's on the Good Neighbor column and everywhere. If you didn't get a chance to look at her story, listen to her story, please do so. It's very inspiring. She's got a great school and community behind her. MOHS, Men is Forever. I'm an official mascot. My name is Devin Nakasone. Thank you for joining us on InsPOWration. Again, Alyson Rod, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And all of you guys, take care. Aloha. Good.
Wow, that was cool.